about it. How you guys doing? You guys get a rainbow card? There you go. It's a rainbow card.
Greatest sins are those who compound with the sin of pride. All right.
Got some good statistics on there, good information, even stuff you got the websites there. You can look them up just to validate it. What do you think of the signs there? Little gospel banners.
It's your views, yeah. It's interesting.
What's your view on the afterlife? You think there's?
I'm an anti-theist.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
would you say would atheist be a correct term, or you prefer
Well, I
anti-theist?
think anti-theist is one step farther. Where
So it's against God, not just I don't believe in God.
It's not against God. It's against theism. I think theism is bad for you. Yeah, I think that theism is a rotting device in society, and that if people were to just, instead of choosing to believe in a personal God that believes in them, believe that we're really in all this together on our own. So we need to take care of one another.
Yeah. So you believe you mentioned good. So you believe in good, right?
Oh, there's definitely good. There's definitely evil.
So would you say you're a good and moral person? My name's John, by the way.
Oh, I'm Jared. I'm absolutely a good and moral person.
Okay. So tell me this: if you were just to use a real rough estimate over your life, and you're a lot younger than me. I'm going to be 60 this year, but so how many?
I've got a lot to learn about what that means.
Me too.
Well.
We were just talking about that. When we quit learning, that's when they lower you in the dirt. You know. But so, Jared, how many lies do you think you've told in your life? Just like rough estimate, more than 10?
As few as I can. More than 10. As few as I can now. I understand that. You know, when I was a kid, I used to lie all the time. But kids, young people, they are trying to get things that probably shouldn't have. They think they know what's best. As you get older, I think that if you learn that lying just doesn't make good sense at all.
So you think more than 50? Would that be
in my entire life?
Yeah, in your entire life.
Sure. I mean, I think that that's definitely feasible.
Fair enough.
But I will say that I read a book by a writer named Sam Harris, a neuroscientist.
Oh, I've heard of him. Yeah.
Well, he's obviously not spoken atheist, but his work in neuroscience and applying kind of scientific values to like moral landscape in our society.
Yeah.
His book on lying was really, really good. He said, there's absolutely no instance where lying could be good for society, and lays out a really great case to kind of tell you, say, hey, we should really try not lying.
Yeah, you see the functional as well as the moral. So that moral content. So what would you be called if you've told lies, then, Jared? What would the name be that you would call somebody?
I'm assuming you would call it a sinner.
Or more
liar,
specific, liar. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and the same goes for like the 8th commandment says, you shall not steal. Have you ever stolen anything, taken something that wasn't yours? Like regardless of the value or size?
I'm sure.
Yeah. And again, by the same token, what would you be
if
you've stolen something? Oh yeah, I've broken 9, if not 10 of the 10 commandments. So I'm not saying I'm any better than you. But I'm kind of going on the thing of like, you said, use the word good, so this is kind of the good person test, if you will. So what would you call somebody who's stolen something?
A thief.
Thief, yeah. And then have you ever, I know your views maybe are different than me on God, but have you ever used God's name in vain?
I'm sure I have.
Like OGD or OGOD, it's hot, or it's cold tonight, or whatever.
Not like that. Not like that. No,
have you ever used Jesus' name, like bump your toe and go, oh, JC, that type of thing?
Sure.
Because he's God in the flesh, so you're in the same way. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's part of our language.
Yeah,
that's why we have to study it.
Yeah, sadly
you wouldn't
it
know
is.
English if you didn't. Well, I don't know if sadly. I mean, it's just an expression.
Right.
It means more to you than me.
But you wouldn't go up to a class of second graders and use the F-bomb. You probably wouldn't do that, right?
I would not. That's highly
So you have
immoral.
some sort of moral compass there.
Yeah.
So here's one to go. I know you got to go, but Jesus said, "You've heard it said to them of old, do not commit adultery. But I say to you, whoever looks at a woman to lust after has already committed adultery with them in the heart."
That's something I don't like actually about that injunction or that direction. Because I believe thought crime is something that we shouldn't be punished for. If God is implanted those urges within me, I don't like being punished for what comes natural to me. I'm sure coveting comes natural to you as well.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
That's the way we're born, right? Yeah.
So the testing is a bit capricious. In my opinion.
But the root question is, have you ever done that? Have you ever looked with lust?
No, not on purpose. I really don't.
You're not a homosexual, or?
Well,
or are you a homosexual?
That's none of your business.
Well, I'm just curious because you said if you've never done
that,
that makes you wonder.
I would say I'm just a very sexual person. I've not lusted on purpose. Now I don't. Really
But you've done it before.
No. I really don't like the idea of thought rape. I don't like the idea of me.
But I mean, just
thinking
undressing
about,
a woman with your eyes. That's what Jesus was talking about.
Absolutely not.
Like
not
looking
without
with
her
lust.
permission. No.
But you have done it.
Not without permission. No. I think that that's really immoral, and I wasn't raised to think that that was okay.
Right. But are you married?
Nope.
Oh, okay. So then, if you're looking at somebody with lust who's not your wife, then that would be called adultery of the heart, according to Jesus.
I really don't do that. I think that that's, again, it's immoral, and that young woman or young man, whoever that may be, really didn't give me permission to do that. So,
but I thought you said that you have done with permission. You have looked with lust. Did I not hear you right?
Yeah, sure. That's
okay,
with
so you
permission,
have with permission, but you've done it, right?
Oh,
okay.
I see. Yes,
you see what I'm saying?
I definitely lusted.
Okay, sorry if I miscommunicated.
No, I
that.
definitely lusted.
But, so real quick summation. So
Yeah.
Jared, you've admitted to being a liar, a thief, a blasphemer, and an adulterer at heart. So if God,
To an
if
extent,
there was a God,
yeah.
if there was a God, and He were to judge you, do you think you'd be innocent or guilty of those crimes?
I really do think I'd be innocent. If I made a life out of trying to do good for my fellow man,
kind of make up for it type thing.
I would say make up for it. There are sins that I can never make up for, right?
Right.
The idea that maybe I pushed a kid who was just trying to whatever, or lied to my teacher to save my grade.
Yeah.
I can't go back and do that, but I really think that in the grand scheme of things, just trying to do better for myself and my fellow man is much more important. That's actually one of the things I don't like about theism as well. So people seem to think that they can have their sins forgiven, washed white as snow, without any kind of...
That's what the gospel is. That's what the good news is. And that's what I was trying to get to.
I understand. I have a minor degree in religion. I get it.
Yeah, okay.
With an emphasis in monotheism. But the idea for me is that I really think that if people were to try to do better, just try to do better to their fellow man. If I wrong you, John, I'm going to come up and talk to you and say, hey, listen, that was my bad, my fault. And said, I think it's very likely if I were a Christian, I maybe wouldn't be responsible for making that amends. I could just take it to myself, pray to Jesus, say, hey, God, forgive me, without really ever having this conversation again.
Right, but he said, Jesus said, if you don't forgive your brother, then God will not forgive you. So you're right on the right track there, though. Yeah.
I would also point out, we don't know what Jesus actually said.
Well,
these books were written by people.
You don't. You can't say because you don't know everybody.
Well,
but
it's true. Actually,
you don't know.
The collective we is dangerous. That's why I also don't like religion.
Yeah.
But I think that it's we as an academia and people who study this stuff from a secular perspective can't know what Jesus said because I don't think he ever said write this down. And the people who wrote the books lived many decades, many generations after the man himself. I've got to go.
Okay. Thanks, Jared.
If you're still here,
I'll
come back and talk.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I don't know if we'll be here, but
come back and come see the show.
I'd like to. It goes kind of late, but but thank you. I appreciate that.
Test yourself.
All right. Take care. Do you get one yet, sir?
That's okay.